The premise of our seventh and final mindset is that we humans were made by our Creator for relationships. I'll borrow the words of self-professed happiness expert and Harvard professor Arthur Brooks to help introduce this discussion. Decades of research have shown that it is almost impossible to be happy without friends. Friendship accounts for almost 60% of the difference in happiness between individuals, no matter how introverted or extroverted they are. Many studies have shown that one of the great markers for well-being at midlife and beyond is whether you can rattle off the names of a few close friends. You don't need to have dozens of friends to be happy, and in fact, people tend to get more selective about their friends as they age. But the number needs to be more than zero, and more than just your spouse or partner. When it comes to experiencing Jesus' abundant life, you can be hyper successful, have great skills and talents, believe in gospel-centered truths, and even choose to embrace healthy mindsets, and yet still struggle to experience the pervasive joy, peace, and purpose that Jesus desires for your life, especially if you don't proactively invest in a few close friends. God even modeled the strategic nature of connectedness in the Trinity of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Relationships grounded in love, trust, and community. We're not talking about random relationships. They're relationships that are developed on a platform of common beliefs, unconditional love, and transparency. And while we intentionally develop these few special relationships, we also have to be intentional about having healthy boundaries for the toxic relationships each of us can point to in our lives. When God created our world and set the course for humans to be at the center of this amazing place we occupy, He sent His Son Jesus as a gift of grace to demonstrate His love for us. And it's the experience and the abundance of God's love for us that equips us to love others in community. Whether you're introverted or more naturally extroverted, this is a choice we each have to make. And if you accept Brooks's advice and conducted a friends inventory, what would be the result? Remember, in God's masterful design, we're better together than any of us are alone. And more than anything, I hope your personal reflection and group discussion on this final mindset is deeply fruitful.